Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on how to do a foundation chain. Here I've worked up a foundation chain and gotten up to the third row with single crochets. I wanted to do this crochet tutorial because I noticed that a lot of beginners, and even I as a beginner, had this problem where when I wanted to do a foundation chain, my tension was really off, and so the actual foundation chain that I'd make would come out really tight, and then my projects would work out really lopsided and wonky and really disproportionate. So I thought this would be a really good tutorial to show you guys how I did this, how I make my foundation chains look really nice, crisp, straight, not lopsided, and more professional looking. So today I'm going to be using a case-size hook, and I'm using these standard aluminum boil crochet hooks, and it's a 6.5 millimeter right there. And then I'm going to be using some standard, yellow chunky yarn in hopes that that's going to help you see things a little bit better as I teach you. So I'm going to undo my work here and start from the beginning. So of course you're going to start with a simple crochet chain, which I've already made a video on how to make a simple crochet chain, and I will link the video in the description below if you're interested. If you are truly a beginner and you don't even know how to do that, or maybe you need a refresher, I will link that. So I think this is long enough to be able to show you. So what I think is very important to notice with the simple basic crochet chain at the beginning, I'm kind of tilt this out of the way, is that your crochet chain has a front that is very flat, that looks like a braid, and then if you turn it around, the back is really lumpy, and it has these little humps. If you lay it flat, you can see the humps right here, little loops, and that is what I work into so that my base can actually be this flat face, this flat surface that looks like a braid, and so that my foundation chain stays nice and straight and flat. When you're doing a foundation chain with single crochet, you are going to work into the second chain from the end of this original chain. So that is going to look like this. Let me do the front here. Here is the loop from where is my working yarn, and then right underneath it there's a little V. That's the first chain, and right underneath that is the second chain. Now if you turn that around, you're gonna look for the second loop. That's what you're going to work into. There's the first loop, and there's the second loop. I'm going to work a single crochet into that loop. So you're going to put your hook in that loop. You're going to hook in some yarn, pull it through, and you're going to hook in some yarn again, pull it through again, and there you've made a single crochet. You're going to continue to put your hook through that one loop in the back of your original chain. So you hook in some yarn, and then you hook in some yarn again. There's another single crochet, and then you look for the next loop on your chain. You continue to do this all the way across. I'm going to continue and get to the end here. Now, at the beginning, when you are a beginner, you're going to have a lot of problems. Most people, I had lots of problems with tension. So what will happen is that this base right here, it might completely want to curl in. And if you start seeing that from the beginning, that your base right here is curling in like hardcore, it means that your tension is off. You're way too tight. So you either have to relax or get a bigger hook to kind of, you know, make up for that. So now that you've made the simple crochet chain at the beginning and then you worked your first row across, you're going to work onto the third row up. And when you do that, you're going to chain one. You're going to chain one, and then you're going to turn your work. This is another thing that I used to mess up so much all the time. When you start crocheting, single crocheting across again, the first thing that you're going to crochet into is this right here, this first chain. If you miss this chain, your project is going to start getting lopsided because you're going to decrease. So this is literally the first chain you have to get into. So if you miss it, you're eliminating a chain. So then your project is actually going to start narrowing down, and it's going to be disproportionate. So you're going to put your hook right in there. I feel like this yellow yarn is like really bright for some reason in this lighting. And then from there, you're gonna hook in your yarn once, and then hook up your yarn again, and there's a single crochet, and you're going to continue to do that. And now on this third row of single crochets that you're working across, you actually have 2 loops right here. You're actually working into the braid and not in the back loops. So you're gonna have like 2 loops right there that you're working through. Make sure that you're doing that. That's something that I'd mess up all the time too. I'd be working like in only the front loops or only the back loops, and then things weren't looking pretty. So you just continue to do that across, and then after that it's pretty easy. You're just going to continue doing what you did on the third row for as long as you want, for the length that you want. And at the end, make sure that you're going into this very last stitch right here. It's another thing that I'd mess up all the time, and then my project would start decreasing and looking really ugly, and I was like, what the heck did I do? Well, I was decreasing without knowing because I was missing loops. I was missing stitches. And there it is. Nice, straight looking base that, if you continue to work correctly, is going to look very symmetrical, very crisp, very professional, and not look like a beginner. So I hope you like this tutorial. If you need more advice, if you have any questions or suggestions for this video, I just kind of made this at a whim. I didn't really plan it out. Please leave a comment below. If you like this video, give it a like, and encourage me to make more videos. I started this YouTube channel, and then you know, there's a lot of trolls on the internet. And even though you know that they're just doing it because they're bored or they have nothing else to do, because like nobody actually knows you, they're just random people on the internet, when they give you like a thumbs down and stuff like that, it is pretty discouraging, even though you don't even know them, you know, and they probably don't even know how to crochet either, so they're just doing it to annoy you. But yeah, it still bothers me. Anyways, enough of that. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye.